if you're an investor with us in our funds, you know what's happening at any given time, any given day, in many different media. So not just on our reporting. All of our funds are audited. We publish fund reports every single month. We do webinars pretty much every single week.
What I love about DLP being that it is a private REIT, right, for most of the funds,
Yep.
that private aspect to me opens up more transparency and accountability, right? To feel like it's like a family that you're investing with rather than a big public company. And so can you just speak to the aspect of that, kind of the macro view of DLP Capital and how that's helped to grow your guys' community?
Yeah, I mean, when it comes down to it in an investment, the only thing you have is trust. Whether you're investing in a public company who are required to do all the kinds of reporting that they do, we're a privately held company, we're not required, but we do it anyway because we hold ourselves to that higher standard. And to your point, what that does is it helps create relationships where you understand where everybody is. So that transparency, overly communicative in many cases, talking through things and understanding if you're an investor with us in our funds, you know what's happening at any given time, any given day, in many different media. So not just on our reporting. All of our funds are audited. We publish fund reports every single month. We do webinars pretty much every single week. But when we do our events, for instance, right, we bring together existing investors that have been with us, in some cases since the beginning. We have folks that are considering investing with us, and we have our operators, the folks that we partner with and lend to, all in the same room. And people are like, well, why would you do that? Like, aren't you afraid that, the operators are going to try to, solicit your people? It's like, no, we cannot do this by ourselves. And so when you look at business as not being a zero-sum game, we don't have to make somebody else lose in order for us to win. It just makes things so much easier. And so that communication and transparency is really what we're trying to put together. And that's just the baseline. So, when you're coming in and you're saying, yeah, it really is like a family, it's cliche to say, but it's like you really are. And you literally become a family. We have investors that met through DLP, didn't know each other otherwise, that are now like going to each other's weddings and like taking trips with each other. And, they look forward to getting together with us because there's that level of comfort. And then you say, okay, well, at the same time, we have institutional quality reporting, institutional quality due diligence material. So as deeply as somebody wants to go in terms of learning about how we do what we do in order to A, protect the assets that they're investing with us, and then B, always exceed the targeted returns, that's all there. But that's the baseline of baselines, whereas we can take it to a whole nother level by just, again, stripping away those boundaries and just really being that transparent, open book.
Yeah, absolutely love it. And by the way, you guys can take action right now, dlpcapital.com. You can learn more about their multiple funds, the Building Housing Fund, the existing housing fund, which is typically value-add properties, their lending fund, which is one of my favorites that has strong performance, and there's a couple other funds as well.